Hii ni maonyesho ya Marifado. Tunaendelea na historia ya Uhindi. Kuuliza ilikuwa India iliwahi kuvamiwa kwani wasomi. Sasa wanakanusha Aryan Invasion theme. The invasion of ancient India now being denied by the invaders. More than 9,000 years ago, a nomadic people now called Dravidians settled in villages in the Indus Valley. They are an important melanin-dominant group who share direct origins with all black people and African history. After about 5,000 B.C.E., their population exploded rapidly. Yet today we are told that sometime between 1,800 and 1,700 B.C.E., that civilization on the Indus plain all but vanished. What happened? Many theories abound. Some say a shift in the Indus River. Others speculate that a huge ruinous earthquake destroyed them. Still another theory is that a monumental flooding of the rivers removed or destroyed them. These are all unsubstantiated theories. No one is coming forth with clear-cut explanations. We know that later a people of a different culture inhabited the same area in the abandoned cities in what archaeologists now call squatter period, but they also vanished. Careful note should be made that only the people and their culture vanished. The structures are still intact. The Indus Valley civilization was the largest of its time and extended north to the Himalayas and to Philippines and to Laos in the east. That it just vanished now and is lost is pulling strings too far by powers writing and controlling world history, especially in Europe as well as India. This civilization didn't just vanish into thin air as speculated by the majority of scientists and historians. It was destroyed due to the invasion of ancient India by Aryans, an explanation which is now being denied and watered down. These are the people and these are the original inhabitants of India. This is a Mohenjo Daro dancing girl, 2,500 years BCE, is a Muntu, clear with no question marks. There is a lot, thousands and thousands of evidence about who the indigenous people were. The Aryans who left Central Asia had more European males than women. They invaded India in waves, and the subsequent crossbreeding between the white Aryan and the normal melanin-dominant Dravidians resulted in the ethnic group now we call Hindus, the modern Indian you see, who is neither black nor white, mulatto. This is the explanation of why we have such people. We share proof now that the Aryans invaded India and committed genocide on indigenous black people. We give 17 waves of invasion, and we give their names and the genocide that they committed, as well as the destruction and the areas they invaded. We are using the book here, The Bible of Aryan Invasion by Dr. Uthaya Naidu. We also promise that if you send us your email, we will send you this book. We also give a lot of sources that you can reference. But be aware that the Aryan invasion theory is being watered down and being removed and expunged because it holds truth. And there's a lot within it that also explains the origins of other races. The first one was the Rig Vedic Aryan invasion. This is from this book. It occurred around 1,500 BCE. The first Aryan invasion involved the annihilation of the Semito-Negroid Sudrenian Indus Valley civilization by the hordes of Indra and the slaughter of over 5 million of its inhabitants. The Indus irrigation system was shattered to permanently destroy agriculture in the region. Sudred blacks were displaced from all of North India, the survivors retreating to the hills of Bundelkhand and Gondwana. So they were removed from north here, driven by all these hordes, right down here into Sri Lanka, down there to the south. This is the only explanation why they are more lighter and whiter and mixed people in the north of India than here. Although today we agree they are all over the place, but this is what demographics indicate. The second Aryan invasion occurred 1400 BCE. It's known as the Bharata. Launched the second Aryan invasion from Afghanistan and conquered much of the upper Ganges Valley, defeating the descendants of the first wave of invasions under Indra. So there is the proof. There are the images. There are the gods. They are excited about what they did. There they are. They leave all the proof of what they did. They are not hiding. And the third Aryan invasion was known as the Krishna. The Krishna launched the third Aryan invasion, invading western India, Gujarati, Rajasthan. From Mathura in Avata, he finally established his capital there, naming it Dwarka. He destroyed the surviving traces of Indus Valley civilization, abducting and raping 16,000 women at one time, whom they called low caste gopis of the races he exterminated. Survivors of these acts are found in the much toned down Krishna Gopi songs. That's proof. We are giving proof of the Aryan invasion here. The fourth invasion was known as the Aryan Invasion, 900 to 800 BCE. We get it from this book. It occurred in two parts. First, the Digvijay Aryan invasions that led to the subjugation of all of India to the Aryan yoke. The revolt by the non-Aryans and mixed races led to the terrible Mahabharata war between the Aryan Pandavas on one side and the mixed race Kauravas and black aboriginals on the other. The Aryan victory enabled them to invade and settle in the Ganges Valley and confirmed Aryan dominance. The genocides of this war permanently changed the racial composition of India. These conflicts were some of the most horrible and terrible ever recorded. The Mahabharatan Aryan invasion. The fifth was the Solar Aryan invasion, 800 BCE. The fifth Aryan invasion is named Solar since the Aryans who invaded India during this epoch were of the solar race, Suryavams, while the earlier Aryans were of the lunar race, Chandravams. Kashyap. This Kashyap is from the Caspian, right north there, near the Caucasus mountain. Is the progenitor of the solar race of kings from the Caspian. They swept down into India, driving the preceding peoples before them. Ikshvaku established his chiefdom of Ayodhya, while his grandson Miti conquered Mithila, named after him. Parasurama continued the fifth Aryan invasion, exterminating various aboriginal races. From this slide here, we also have the explanation of the Suryavanshi lineage of the sun. They look like that. The Suryavanshi, which means Sun dynasty, claimed descent from Surya, the solar deity. It is the oldest of the Kshatriya dynasties. Other Rajput Suryavanas clans that claim descendants from the Rama, one of the dynastic kings, include the Jatas, Jamals, Kachawas, Lohanas, Minyas, Pundias, and Sisodias. You can go to this slide here. There is a lot of information there. The sixth Aryan invasion is known as the Ramite Aryan invasion and Dravidian Holocaust, 600 BCE. The sixth Aryan invasion of the Deep South Dravidian by the armies of Lord Rama, this one, led to the fall of the Rakisha Dravidian Empire and the destruction of the splendid city of Ravana, or Ravana for the children. The apartheid Varana system was imposed, with those black Dravidian Sudras who accepted Aryan enslavement being relegated to the clean Sudra caste, while those who fought the Aryans were relegated to the untouchable Sudra caste, Pachama, of Dalits and Advasis. The worship of the Aryan religion of Vaishnavism was introduced, and most Dravidians in Sri Lanka exterminated. Those who deny the Aryan invasion of India have a torrid and convoluted, almost nonsensical explanation of the apartheid caste system that is in India today. Now, we give a list of all the other. We said 17. Now, the 7th one is Buddhist Aryan invasion, 260 BCE. The 8th one is the Aryan invasion, 100 BCE. The 9th one is the Guptan Aryan invasion, 250 AD. The 10th one is the Rajput Sikh Aryan invasion, 300 to 1400 AD. This is the longest one, adding more color there. All of this, you get it from this book. The Rajputs are descendants of the Sikh, Greeks, Kushans, Romans, etc., who entered India almost after the fall of the Gupta Koshala dynasty. Finding Aryavata, Brahmin scholar, dominated by Aryans, they entered Rajasthan and over several centuries annihilated the black aboriginal population of Bhils and Minyas. The 11th one was the Aryan invasion of 600 to 1000 AD. The 12th one was the Vijayanagar Aryan invasion, 1336 to 1646. The 13th one was the Oriya Aryan invasion, 1450 to 1460 AD. Kapindelva of Indo-Aryan Orisha invaded the Dravidian nations in the 1400s, conquering the Reddy kingdom of Vengi and pillaging his way deep into Tamil Nadu. So this is terrible. The 14th one is the Mughal Caliphate of Islam. The 15th one is the Marathan 13th Aryan invasion, 18th century. The 16th one is the European Aryan invasion of the 1500s, 1947. So the Republic of India is the 17th one, which came 1947. The Republic of India officially perpetrated the pro-Aryan government of the English. Therefore, the Sudra religion, Shaivism, is not recognized as a separate religion, but they are classed along with all Sudra blacks as Aryan Hindus. It has been shown that they are not the Hindus. This was mainly due to the racist anti-Sudra Mahatma Gandhi, who prevented the British and later the Indian government from enacting such legislation. Kariboli, Hindi, heavily Sanskritized, is along with English the core official languages of India and is expanding rapidly at the expense of Dravidian tongues. This is what this man did, who was a racist. Here is what he said. Mahatma Gandhi, here is what he said, the racist statements. Kafis, a derogatory term for melanin-dominant people. He was in South Africa when he said that. Are, as a rule, uncivilized. Forgetting all Hamid, forgetting Mohenjo Daro, he is a racist. The convicts even more so. They are troublesome, very dirty, and they live almost like animals. That's what he said, this man. So you can say he's your hero, but that's what he thinks about you. To find out more how historical truisms can turbocharge your consciousness today, send an email to join@marifado.com or visit our website www.marifado.com. This preacher Rabbi LM Zudu saying, subscribe to our channel, Hamiti Buru Ethics. We are rebuilding our greatness. Join us today and let us work together. Have a great day. Siyabonga, tatenda, asante sana, edupe, enkos.